And now we're getting into our first series, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is KungFu. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss, the blue Protoss. For T1, it is herO. Here we go. Have our PvT, and welcome to Ruby Rock. Ruby Rock is one of the more aggressive maps in the map pool. I will say that TvP has been in flux as of late. We've been speaking about this quite a lot, how we've been seeing a lot more mid and late game in Terran versus Protoss. We've been seeing a lot more Terran player have success with mid to late game as well. We've seen that from Clem, from Maru, from Bjorn, from Cure as well. We've been seeing less all-ins, but this is also very map dependent. I will say that Ruby Rock has a very accessible third. As you can see here, there's no ramp. I mean, technically there's kind of a ramp, but for the most part you can engage into the third base on the same plane of elevation, and there's a very wide entrance into the third. There's a flanking path on the left. There's also an entrance here in between the bases and another entrance here on the top side as well. We have seen a lot of successful all-ins here on Ruby Rock, so this is where Cure has the option to be more aggressive here in this matchup on this map. Speaking of aggression, it's herO. herO, he's also a very dynamic player, of course. herO, he just won RSL. He's our most recent Revival StarCraft League champion. Off of his PvT, true. He had a crazy series against Maru. He had multiple series against Maru, and I do highly recommend it. That was some of the best PvT that we've seen all year, to be honest. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Do recommend watching herO versus Maru in the upper bracket finals, and of course in the grand finals as well of RSL. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. But we'll see how Cure compares. We shall see. As this is going to be a Twilight Council opener by herO, okay? I mean, makes sense. Going for Blink. Stargate play is a little bit more viable on larger maps, but on a map like Ruby Rock, it would be crazy risky to go for a Stargate. And again, Cure did open up Double Gas. Double Gas, Faster Factory, High Ground CC, and Delayed CC by Cure. And we'll see what kind of aggressive build we go for. Go. From here, Cure does poke in. Pokes in, he confirms the tech, confirms Blink. And should not get away. Ramirez hunted down, following up with a Widow Mine drop. Now, what I'm most curious by is going to be the add-on setup and the add-on swaps after the mine drop, as it's going to be a little bit more committed here, going for a triple Widow Mine drop. Meanwhile, Tech Lab is on the way in the factory. We'll see if we go for the Tech Lab on the starboard as well. Double Tech Labs. From here, we can go into Raven Harass or into Banshee play. Leaning towards Ravens. Widow Mine drop does move out. Tank production has begun. Yep, there's that harassing Raven. And Hallucination will confirm the add-ons. Hallucination confirms there's no crazy early stim, for example. Drop goes in, hero's in position, and Widow Mines are going to be focused down. He gets one. Does bring down one Widow Mine. Baits out the other shots, zones away the medevac, and that's going to be the death of all three Widow Mines. So nice defense here by herO. Doesn't kill the medevac, but does kill all the mines. That was a better trade for the Protoss. Meanwhile, herO establishing his own third base. I believe herO did cut corners. He went 2K Blink. Wow, 2 Gate Blink into a third. This is a build that has fallen out of fashion, that is quite greedy here and has fallen out of favor, but no, here he cuts corners, hyper greed, faster third base, and he's getting away with it. Does get away with it. Again, 2 Gate Blink was very meta at the start of the year, and then because of the rise of 2 base all-ins, we saw the death of 2 Gate Blink, and the rise of 3 Gate Blink with a robo into a delayed third. What he was being greedy, he's cutting corners. Especially on Ruby Rock, I feel like this is a risk. This is quite risky here. Oh, Blinks into the main, going for Stim. Wow, going for Stim. 2 more volleys, and it looks like he will force it. He will deny it. He denies Stim, forcing the add-on swap. There's Rico back home. That was well worth it for herO. So delays the upgrade, delays the timing. Curie's up to 3 tanks. Here's building up. And now let's go for that later robo. Gateway explosion, earlier +1. True. That's the one thing I should mention as well when it comes to the greedier start from herO, is that here he skipped his robo in favor of a faster forge and faster +1. You have my attention. And here is looking solid. From here he is moving out. Once again, he can threaten a dive into the main. He may just there's 2 tanks. Yeah, there's 2 tanks, and he blinks in anyway. He's going for Stim. He gets it. Stim goes down. Combat shields as well. Curie's just stuck at home. He's stuck at home. He just can't even push. He's getting a 3rd CC, which means he has no pushing power either. Ay. We do have a drop, and there's a lot riding on this drop here. As I say that, we do see herO is moving out to intercept. Not like this. Yeah, medevac is seen, and he dives on the medevac. herO just all over Cure. Okay, calm down, herO, calm down. Oh my god. But that was brutal. Losing both tech labs and both add-ons, it means that Cure, he's stuck at home. Like, outside of drop play, he cannot push. It's not going to happen, not without Stim or combat shields. And hopefully he restarts them soon. Uh-oh, that's the other big thing here. We have not big. Yeah, there we go. Upgrades are on the way. Heavy delay on Stim. And here is just chilling. He's getting a 4th expansion. Up 2 bases right to his opponents. We have a 2nd robo, 2nd forge, and a bay on the way. This is quite greedy, quite tech heavy, but herO can get away with it. And now you can contain. Now, when it comes to herO's move out, he has to be careful. herO, he is, just by nature, very tempted to overextend. This is the thing about herO, is that he's amazing when it comes to dealing damage, but sometimes he's overly aggressive. He does not have to do this. That's what I was getting at. He does not have to push into the bases. Prism into the main. Wouldn't mind drop here across the map. But again, herO is ahead. herO is getting further ahead by expanding. herO does not have to push into a 2-basing Terran. Like, this is not necessary. And this may give Cure the opportunity to take a better fight, potentially. So here we gotta calm down. Gotta calm down, herO. We do not have to push into this. Do not have to push in. He does find the medevac. Let's see, was it able to intercept? 3rd base is being taken, and this is okay for herO. Deny the 3rd. Delay the 3rd expansion for as long as possible. He blinks in. And will force a lift. Can he kill? Okay. Trading with the army. Gets a medevac. Does change targets. 1 more volley. Ooh, barely does not. If he had a knock off the medevac, if he had gone straight for the CC, I think he could have gotten the kill as he rallies in, overextends, throws away some zealots, and Cure holds. Cure is holding on. And here we gotta calm down. He's gotta calm down, Pat. And again, he's building up his Colossi. From here, herO can do one of 2 things. He can go for either Disruptors or Storm to diversify his splash damage. herO getting a 5th expansion. in chat, herO doesn't know what chill is. Chill is. He does not. He does not know how to calm down, and it kills him sometimes. As you can see, he's heavily turtling up here. He's got his line of tanks, Widow Mines, SimCity, turrets. All he's missing here is a sensor tower. But again, you do not need to push into this. Like, there's no need. Poking with swords is fine. Gets a Widow Mine. Gets a Widow Mine, pulls away. herO should be the first to max out. And once herO maxes, now he can trade. Now he can trade out zealots for this army, and then he can afford the trade and Cure cannot. And ideally just overwhelm. But here we go. 192, 198 supply, he's maxed. This is the time to trade. Baits out Mind Shot. Charge also diving in. Diving on the Ghost. Ghost gets picked up. And can he get on top of the tank? Got massive tank shots going off here. The Colossus do overextend, and here he does push forward too far in. Yeah, too far in here, he will lose everything. Ay, ay, ay. Trading is fine, but don't just send it, Pappy. Oh my god. Yeah, here he pushed too far in into 3 siege tanks. Really nice target firing at a Cure. And here he will lose the entirety of the army. All that needs to be done here was go in, trade zealots. Once you run out of zealots, pull away. Just pull away and pull back and keep warping in more zealots and keep reinforcing. With herO losing every Colossus, I mean, it takes a long time. It takes a long time to rebuild. These are expensive losses for herO. And that was the worst fight for herO. That was a bad fight for the Protoss. And herO, you gotta calm down. It's like, herO, you max, you can go in. He's like, okay, we just A move it, everything. It's like, happy, we can have more finesse than that. It's okay. Meanwhile, Mass Zealot collapsing on most of the Ghosts, getting to the Marauders as well. And we get some nice trades here, but once again, the Stalkers have to pull away. And Mortal's getting picked up. Losing one, but the Zealots overwhelm. Yeah, Mass Zealot does overwhelm. Better engagement here for herO. Going for the Planetary, does get a kill. Kills the Planetary. And GG. GG gets called. Whew, herO, he was able to end it with the second push with the second wave, and herO takes game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. And herO didn't make it easy on himself and did overextend in that first engagement, did make it more difficult, but he went for the second push, and you can see that, again, because of the later economy, because of the later third base and the later 4-base saturation, Cure had a harder time rebuilding, and herO got away with it. He got away with it. GG, well played. For the most part, herO, he was comfortable. His bases were left alone back at home. It was herO's own overextensions that were making things a little bit more difficult for him, but GG. GG, well played. With that, we're loading into game number 2. Here we go. As we are getting into game number 2 here, we're loading into Mothership, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Mothership, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. Down in the series, we'll see if he bounce back. It is Cure. And spawning into the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing T1. It is herO. Here we go. As herO opens up with a proxy. So chat, dodge the bullet with late game Terran. I would say to be careful the Soul Flats, just because I have noticed some balance winding, of course. When it comes to TvP, when it comes to late game PvT, it is very map reliant. It's important to bear this in mind. When it comes to a map like Mothership, I would actually favor Protoss in the late game. Why is that? Because Mothership is very open. It's very, very open. You have an insanely open linear third base. You have a more open triangular third as well, especially once these rocks get knocked down. Terran players are more favored in the late game when they can secure a 4-base setup. On a map where it's easy to set up on 4 base, bases, think like Tokamak. Think of Tokamak, think of Celestial Enclave. If the Terran player can get up to 4 bases, they can get into the late game in a very strong manner. But on a map like this, where it's very open, this is where Protoss players have an easier time engaging, having better trades, and also taking over the map and being up on 5, 6, 7 bases compared to the confined Terran player. Here, herO is coming into a more aggressive build, but I would actually favor herO in the late game, specifically on Mothership. So don't get baited by Reddit memes. There's like more to it. For now we are going for a Rax expand. Standard economic opener here by Cure, and Cure, he is scouting, but hey, this is Mothership. It's a 3-player spawn map. Cure is checking the south side, and herO, he gets away unscouted here. Now with this herO, this should be to punish the economic opener. Cure, he's going for a faster CC on the low ground, and herO, the first zealot's already rocking up. He's now aware of the build, and the Stalker is coming, and his goal here is to snipe that SCV, snipe the SCV, delay the economy, and disrupt the build. Here's to disrupt. Thanks for the insight. Oh, thank you for the bits. Thank you. Do appreciate it. But again, like on maps where Terran players can easily get up on 4 bases, that means they can easily take up into Ghosts and Liberators, and they will have like a greater late game. 100%. Like they are more favored in late game in that kind of position. But there are maps where it is difficult for the Terran to turtle up on 4 bases. So there's like it's like a give and take there. Oh. As Cure does get his bunker. And here behind this is expanding. Now what's important is that thankfully with the bunker getting up, Cure, he does finish the CC, so this should have otherwise been a stronger start for herO to delay the expansion and to disrupt the build, but Cure, so far so good. He gets his base up and running, his bunker is done, and Cure, he is setting up onto expansions quite nicely. The initial proxy wasn't really too successful here for herO. Now with the Adept, he can deny mining, and we're going for a Twilight Council. Now, last game, herO, he went for a very greedy build. Remember, what did herO go for? He went 2-gate blink. He went 2-gate blink into a 3rd base, which is a build that is out of the meta right now. Like, it's out of the meta. The reason why is because of how prevalent Terran 2-base all-ins were for the majority of the year. So Protoss players, they just stopped going for a 2-gate blink. They just stopped going. Oh, he's crazy. Meanwhile, we have our initial 2-gate blink into a Dark Shrine. Okay, let's go. Oh no, oh, the Reaper gets in, and the Reaper Scout is, oh my god, is gonna be denied. Is barely gonna be denied. That is a little bit suspicious that herO did pull the boys, so I'm sure Cure is a little bit wary as to what just happened. He's like, hold on, why did you want me why did you not want me not to scout? What's going on? Now, when it comes to going to DTs, when it comes to going into Dark Templar, when it comes to going to DTs, this is very hit and miss in this matchup. If the Terran player mules, and if they have no scans available, and if they have no Ravens specifically, then DTs can actually do a lot of damage. They can excel. They can excel. Meanwhile, Starport is done. We have the Tech Lab. Are we going for the Raven? Yep, he is. So Raven opener here, Raven follow-up. It is not, I mean, there are builds, there are games where the Terran player does not go into Raven, does go into Banshee play, for example. Does go into more accumulated mine drops. It's not one of these games, though. So this is a really rough position for herO. He's being quite greedy, he's taking up into DTs, and there's a very high chance that Cure should shut it down. This is a big investment. The 3rd base was delayed because of the Dark Templar, true. So late 3rd base for herO. DTs have arrived. And the Raven's just chilling. He's just chilling back at home. You could argue that again, Cure, he didn't scout the Dark Shrine, but because of the effort that herO put into denying the scouts, it looks like Cure is just being very safe. Just being very safe. He's here at his natural. herO going for a split push. DT in the natural, DT into the main. herO does unload. Going for the Cyclone. Does kill. Not bad. Nice control by herO. Gets into the middle line, gets one SCV. No turret at the natural. Okay. Oh, his herO has to be careful. Can he get the tank? Ah, not quite. Yeah, forcing with a friendly fire, he gets one SCV, 4 in total. And I would say that I'm really impressed here by herO because despite things looking dire, he still got some damage. He got 4 SCVs and a Cyclone for 1 Dark Templar. That's actually a decent trade. It's not amazing. It's nothing game-ending, but a decent trade nonetheless. A trade that a lesser player would have had a really hard time getting. Oh, he's gonna get caught though. Yeah, he stuck around too long. The prism goes down. Second DT as well. And suddenly, this is less impactful here. Suddenly, the value has been lessened and a better pickoff here for Cure. And again, my biggest concern is the third base was delayed, right? Late third base if you're here is trying to work towards Colossus. I'll say that Cure has momentum. Hello, 007. Esther 007. As Curie breaks out, he does find the proxy. He should shut it down, and herO's going to be in a really rough position here. He does have one Colossus defensively. He's got a second on the way. Getting a second Colossus. As I'll say, do go for the backstab, but this main army, can it be stopped? These are going to be 0-0 Zealots, no extend double lance. Army sims in. There's second Colossi, true. Auto turret is thrown down. Second auto turret as well. Nice damage here on the Immortal. Sims on 4, tanks are getting within range, and here he's up against the wall. He's trying to hold on. He's trying, but shield battery goes down. And the Colossus do survive the Ukai away, but oh no! The Vikings! Ooh, one more volley. Colossus goes down. And Cure's done it. Cure at this point, he's done it. He's broken the back of herO. He gets on top of the Robo. Robo goes down. And Cure's just rallying. He's just rallying. At this point, there's no more reinforcing Colossus. And herO, he should not be able to defend. And a lot of this came down to the opener. Remember, we had the proxy gateway. Didn't do any damage. We had the DTs. Wasn't worth it. And it all delayed the tech. So late third base, late tech, late production, late everything in favor of the earlier aggression that did not pan out. So it was a big gamba here, a big gamble from herO. Didn't pay off in the end. Here he pulls our boys, does what he can. Final Colossus is going to be hunted down, and now there's 0 Colossus left. GG gets called, and Cure ties up the series 1-1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, an intense game here, and here he put it all on the line. He put it all on the line, going for a very aggressive style when it came to the proxy, when it came to the Dark Shrine as well, but it was not worth it in the end. Didn't quite pan out, and Cure was able to snowball from there. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're going to the ace match. We're going all the way to game 3, and we're going to be loading into Tourmaline to find out how this story ends. Tourmaline is a much smaller map, much more aggressive map as well. There's a lot to get into. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And welcome one and all to Tourmaline. Tourmaline is a very open map. This is the entrance into the natural, by the way. It's huge. it's basically an entire screen's worth. Likewise here, a massive entrance into the third base as well. We have some wide open entrances. We also have a very direct path into the natural and third base. There's no ramp, there's no side blockers. We have some side blockers here, kind of, but even then, there's no points of elevation, there's no choke points, so stopping a push can be very difficult as you just have a direct path from natural all the way to natural. Just a direct path. Because of that, we see a lot of all-ins. We've seen a lot of very successful 2-base all-ins and 3-base all-ins. Like hyper aggression is favorite here on Tourmaline. It is difficult to defend, it is difficult to turtle, and we'll see what our players go for. We'll see who's going to be the aggressor first. Already, double gas. Double gas opener out of Cure, going for a faster factory, delayed CC, and we should be seeing herO be very safe or aggressive himself. We should not see a 2-gate blink. Like, if we see 2-gate blink here, like, no shot herO defense. no shot he holds. So we're expecting 3-gate blink Stalker into a Robo, or even 4-gate blink Stalker. So we're expecting a heavier commitment into gateways. Early on, we're expecting a later 3rd expansion out of herO. From the side of Cure, we'll keep an eye on the starport timing. We'll keep an eye on the build itself. We have seen a rise in popularity of like 2-on-1s, 2-base all-ins where you go for Viking reinforcements and tank production as well. Here we go. Cure for Protoss. Can I find these replays somewhere? I believe these are replays that we should be providing our subscribers. For those who don't know, whether you're a Patreon, whether you're a subscriber on Twitch, we do provide replay packs. If you want to cast yourselves or watch yourselves, learn yourselves, do provide a lot of replays. We provide replays from our tournaments, from Pixar Cup, from other events we have permission to share, of course, like the Brazilian tournaments or KungFu Cup. SEL, StarCraft Evolution. Do share the replays. Lily Cup, true. Lily Cup's another one. We do share. Oh. As the Reaper does get away, does pull out, and so far we're getting to our openers. When it comes to the more aggressive start here, Cure is going for his own 1-1-1. A bit of a supply block is going to slow him down a little bit here. But he's going for a very early tank, so singular cyclone into early tank production, into an early drop. So again, hyper early aggression here by Cure. Meanwhile, herO, he is going for 3-gate blink. Again, we expected this to be the case. So 3-gate blink out of herO, going for a Robo on 2 bases. A very safe build from our Protoss. So safe build out of herO, aggressive start out of Cure, but this still comes down to the micro, still comes down to the control. And how we engage with each other. herO, he spots a Cyclone. Spots a Marines. He knows. Does get the volley of auto. Cure, he was late to react, and he will lose the Cyclone. Yeah, a bit of a delayed reaction there by Cure. Rough loss already. And remember, Cure is going for the push. Yeah, he's going for Viking production here. This is hyper committed, hyper aggressive. Tank does siege, and herO does pull away. Okay, he doesn't want to get caught up by the tank. But again, this army is meant to be across the map. This army should be across the map already. Curie's building up. Making more tanks, more Vikings. Landed Vikings actually add a lot of DPS to this. A lot of DPS. And here is containing Cure. More reinforcements on the way. Here getting a proxy set up here on the right hand side. And here it does expand. So 3-gate blink into a Robo into an expansion. Here he's not overreacting. And so far so good. Now what's terrifying is that this setup can still turn into a 2-base all-in. Like this can still build up into a greater timing. What's really important is that the early timing from Cure failed. That is true, but he retained the army. He lost the Cyclone, but he saved the tanks, and he saved the medevac, and he saved the Viking. Meanwhile, we just see herO going for the tank in the main. Won't quite get it. At the same time, land a Viking harassed across the map. Gets 1, 2, 3, 4 probes. Not bad. Nice trade out of Cure. hero's playing with fire. Prism does pull away. Barely has enough room. And Kira should be stuck on home until Stim finishes. Alright, we're still waiting for Stim. Stim is on the way. More Stalkers are moving out. Containing Kira. Kira's got 1 eBay, indicative here of a 2-base push. And here, oh god. Well, good movement, but it does pick up 2 SCVs. Jesus, we have 10, sorry, 10? We have 4 tanks already. Kira's pushing. Stalker's back into the main base. Nice control. Hero not losing anything so far, getting 3 more SCVs. And this is it. This is it for Kira. Kira, he may just pull the boys behind this. He's rallying everything across the map. And it's on Hero to slow this down. Gets a couple Marines. Couple of Marine kills. Oh! Oh! Can you see the dance? You can see Kira kind of trying to catch out Hero. Hero trying to catch out Kira. It's very tense. Kira sieges. Hero pulls away. Oh god, he gets baited into the blink. And with that, Kira comes out on top. A better trade for Kira. And Kira, he is going for a 3rd CC. He is expanding. Again, unfortunate blink there for Hero. It was very tense. The dance, the back and forth. And Kira's just chilling. And once again, what's important is that, yes, this is a bit of a later 3rd base for Kira, but he retained the army. Like, he still has his 4 tanks. Still has a very solid army. You can see Hero ready for his Zealot on the right, to drop into the natural, drop into the mineral line. Blinks further in. Gets an SCV. Has to recall, and he should be able to. Zealots, they do try to dive on top of the tanks, but there is support here. Yeah, not worth it. Observer goes down. I believe only 1 tank fell, so we go from 4 down to 3. 3 tanks left. And Hero's going to be careful here. He's going to be careful not to throw away too much. Meanwhile, a big shout to Einstein in the chat. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing and for gifting a sub to Chance, to the Korean Protoss. Thank you so much, Einstein. Thank you so much for gifting the sub. Oh, as Kira moves out, but not far enough. So Kira, he can react, he can respond. And Kira has momentum. Remember, Kira has been building up this army the entire game. And Hero's been delaying the push, but he hasn't been dealing with the army itself. Like, this is a beefy army. Hero does spot it. And can Hero stop it? He's been bleeding out a lot of gateway units. That's the issue here. Hero, he doesn't really have much buffer for his army. He has a Colossus, he has 2 tanks. Sorry, 2 Immortals, I meant to say. 3 Immortals even. He's engaging. He dives on the bio, trying to get on top of the tanks. Vikings, they bully the Colossus. And Kira's snowballing out of control. He's pushing in. And he is moving in. We have some DTs. Oh, good. We have some Dark Templar in the mix. Kira going for the 4th. Hero coming in from behind. And the tanks are exposed. Okay, Hero, he should clean up every single tank here. Yeah, 2, 3 tanks going down. At the same time, Zealots, they pop off across the map. DTs pop off across the map. And Kira, a bit of a fumbled assault here. 12 dead SCVs. He threw away all of his tanks. He left them exposed. He did not kill the Nexus. Yeah, Kira, he was inattentive. And Hero, he defends. Yeah, Hero defends. This should not have happened. This should... it looked like Hero. Sorry, it looked like Hero was distracted by the Dark Templar. So he was distracted. He abandoned his tanks. Tanks went down for free. And I thought for certain this base was gonna die. Like I thought the 4th was gonna go down, but Hero holds, and suddenly Kira, he loses so much momentum. Yeah, Dark Templar chases him back. There's no scan. Okay, now we have one. There we go. Scan is available. But again, a fumbled assault there from Kira. Hero, he somehow survives, saves the 4th base. And Kira has no pushing power. And what's important about what just happened here is, 1, the tank count was reset. So without tanks, there's no backbone to the army. On top of that, Kira, he lost, what was it, 11 SCVs? So he lost a bunch of workers. He's still on a 2-base economy. Despite having a 3rd base, his SCV count is lacking. And speaking of no SCVs, Cure, he's not making SCVs. Oh, he's all in. he's making 0 workers here, despite losing 10 or 11. So 0 workers, Cure's all in. He's all in, it's all or nothing. Either he ends the game or he dies trying. Cure, he has recognized that he's too far behind to try to macro. And he can still pull this off. He's got Vikings, he's got EMPs. Here, he has to be careful. As Cure is moving in. Cure's pushing forward. My shot does land. And Cure, now he starts SCVs. This is late. This is a late realization. Cure, he just saw the army and he just to himself said, I can't kill you. I can't kill you. He starts making workers. He throws down a second eBay. He starts an armory for +2. So Cure is lacking confidence. And for good reason. But this is just really rough position here for Cure. Again, he can't even start +2 because he had no armory. And he's hoping that the herO maybe overextends. As here, he has no War Prism, true. Gets a Colossus. 1 Colossus goes down. A nice pick off here from Cure. Second Colossus is going to be going down. No more splash damage. Yeah, no more splash damage here. And the Zealots are running out. Ooh, Nova does land. Look at the flanking Nova. But here, he needs more Zealots. He needs more reinforcements. The Warpins are delayed. Zealots, they barely arrive in time. But here he needs more Zealots. He needs more, Pappy. Yeah, here's gonna lose everything. He's gonna lose all the Immortals. 1, 2, 3 Immortals go down. Here he plummets in supply. And remember, he did not have to fight, by the way. Did not have to push in. Here he was getting further ahead. He was getting a 5th expansion. And now Cure's in this. Now Cure is still very committed. Remember, Cure, he wasn't really getting ready for a longer game. Oh! Nice splits. Very nice splits. And Novas that don't connect. Getting 1, getting 2 disruptors. Expensive losses here for herO. Very expensive losses. Here he's pulling back. He has no Colossus because of the disruptors. There's no Colossus already. Nice EMP. Here he does split. Splits at the last moment. Here getting desperate. Needs to buy time. The first Colossus has arrived. Colossus comes in. Mindshot's getting dragged into the medevacs. They get dragged in and herO holds. Whew. Again, a very, very, very close hold here. Very clutch. But the Colossus has arrived. Oh. Here he has his 5th base. And this is still very tense. Still very, very tense here. Cure is still in a really rough position just because he didn't really have the setup for the mid game and for the late game either. So Cure, he's still recovering, but he did take a better fight. So now he's got 2-2 finishing up. herO did not start +3. He's had 2-2 for a while, but he did not start +3, so he will lose that upgrade advantage. Now, once again, I would say that herO does not have to push in. He can contain. So I'll say slip into the bases. Here he gets a medevac. Gets 2. Picks off 2 medevacs. Zealots take it into the mid line. Nice run by herO. Gets 6 SCVs. And again, herO, he's playing with fire right now. He has to be so careful. If herO reacts too late, he will lose Stalkers. Black guy's not too fond of the lack of support for the Colossus either. But here it comes. Zealots are warping in. herO getting another expansion. Again, the goal here for herO is to contain, right? To contain the Terran. He's got Sporter Pylons. Remember, here he does not have to push in. We don't need to. Here he spots the fourth. herO responds. Oh. He rotates over. Here he's about to max out. He's almost there. And this is where herO can fight. Like, now is the time for herO to push in. I say that, now we have some liberations. Liberation zones are set. herO trying to find a way in. There was a nice EMP on the Colossus. Colossus out of shields. Vikings, he wants a Colossus. Oh. Okay, he doesn't get it. But again, Curie can two-shot. Colossus barely survives. Curie's ready for the run-by. Nice positioning. Now, what's scary here is that herO, he's maxed, and he's not doing anything with the army. Like, this is where I would say that herO should commit, but remember, he has to be careful. He can always pull away. Like, he doesn't have to overextend. Nice, Nova. Very nice. Nova goes off. 10 Marines go down. I wouldn't be opposed to herO even posturing, then rotating, which is what he's doing, and hitting the third. Hit the third base instead. You can see how open this area is, how exposed it is. Curie's out of position. He scans, he sees. Yeah, he sees rotation, so crucial here that he does keep up. Curie responds. But the Liberators are late to reposition. Here comes it over. Yeah, Nova goes up. Ooh. Racing the army. But herO does pull away. And again, over time, Curie's army is getting better and better. We've got 3-3 that's almost done, by the way. 3-3 is finishing up. Curie, he's perfecting his army, getting into Ghost, Liberator, or Viking. We did actually mention this in the previous game on Mothership. Remember how a Terran player, if they can get up to 4 bases, this is the win condition. If they can get up to 4 bases, they can max out on like their perfect army, on Ghost, Viking, Lib. And hero's being outscaled. He's being outscaled. It was on herO to try to break one of these bases earlier. As he's trying to wedge himself in. And awkward engage here for herO. Curie collapses in. Nice EMP. Stalker's going to be going down. This is the moment. I feel like this might even be late, but this would be the moment where herO would need to take up. Get a third robo. Mass DT coming in. Can he get the planetary? He can. Okay, planetary goes down. Snipes the planetary. But this is where we need more disruptors or more storm. We're too heavily reliant on the Colossus. Colossus, they could just get picked off by the Vikings. And here he plummets in supply. You can see him here, down 60 supply. Nice splits. Decent Nova though. Decent Nova here on the Marauders. And Curie's rallying. Curie, he's rallying across. Curie has a lot of momentum his way. Has a terrifying army. And again, here he had to break that 4th base. He couldn't just let Curie get it. Oh, there he goes off. There he goes off. Once again, a good connection. But herO doesn't have the numbers. He just doesn't have the numbers here. Zealots are going down. Stalkers are going down. herO does have a bank, but he just doesn't have the gateways, I guess, to warp in. He's only got 11. Yeah, not enough gates. Not enough gateways. Army steps forward, and the bases are being broken. herO cannot stop this. He cannot keep up. herO will lose everything. Depowers the shield battery. Takes down the Colossus. And again, hero's just been outscaled. He's been outscaled. Once Curie got the 4th base up, I was like, ah. Well, not just that, it was the fact that he got the 4th base up, and we spoke about it at the time. herO was maxed, but he wasn't doing anything with the army, right? He wasn't doing anything with the supply. He had to trade. 44 probe kills. 44 probes. Again, a very intense back and forth here in the final game. If you remember earlier, Cure was in a rough position where he had failed his all-in, but then herO overextended into Cure. where herO lost his Colossus. So very back and forth. Like now herO's building on more disruptors, but it does feel a little bit too late for this. Is this the main? Yes. So the main base is floating over. As a fifth, nice DT harass, okay. herO poking in, getting 6 SCVs. This is something. But for the most part, Curie is able to maintain its economy. I personally donate minerals to Cure to get a fusion core for those medevacs. That's it by my mind, actually. Cure, he would benefit from a fusion core, not even just for the medevacs, but just for even liberator range, to incorporate more liberators. But Cure, his economy is also still like, it's very tight. It's a very tight economy. It gets a free disruptor. And liberation zones have been set up. More mining is denied. herO is just out of position. He will lose another expansion. Now if these Novas can connect... Oh no, the herO come down! The Novas, they do connect, okay. herO, he does take a fight. And here he'll clean up this army. The Vikings, they're popping off though. They get one, they're gonna get both Colossus. And the Vikings back. And again, Q, he was fighting with only half his army. Only half his army was actually engaging. Here comes the other half. Oh, we're walking in. Oh, here, Jesus. Here also getting a little bit nervous. Was premature with the Novas. Calm down, Bobby, calm down. Why isn't Cure finishing herO off? What do you mean? What are you talking about? As I just as I was talking about, Cure, his economy is very low. He's on 2 bases, so he's still trying to maintain himself so he never goes off. Ooh, massive connections. Like Cure's trying. What do you what do you think that attack was? They killed the base. True. Why isn't he attacking harder? Kappa. You should press the A button a little bit stronger, you know? Clowns in the chat. Meanwhile, nice distraction. 15, 16 SCV is going to be going down. Nice damage here by herO. Gets 23 SCV killed. Oh no, but he stands a fight. Oh, he cannot afford this. He will lose every single stalker. Ay, ay, ay. herO, he did have some nice harass, but it looks like he was focusing here on the drop. Threw away all the stalkers. We're getting very messy. Very messy. Oof. Yeah, as Curie should take down top left. This is one of the most crucial mining bases here for herO. Remember, herO, he has no mining bottom right. He has no mining here. He does recall the probes, does save them. But so he has a 1 base economy. There's no base here in center right. He has 1 probe here at his 3rd. No economy here at the natural. No economy in the main base. herO, he's on a 1 base economy here. 1 expansion, that's all he has left. Meanwhile, Curie's on 1 base as well, technically. Like, the SCV count is very low, but he's retained most of his army. Retain the army. From here, moving out. You can hear it being as annoying as possible. Denies mining. But Cure, it looks like he's making a beeline here to the most crucial mining base for herO. He's making his way over. This is the one thing keeping herO in this game, is his expansion. And Cure's going for it. It does find the base. At the same time, Zelarambe here towards the top side. But Cure still has a center expansion, right? He still has that center base. Here is being so annoying. Gets in. Okay. Killing more SCVs. blinks away. And here he is being annoying, he's killing SCVs, but this main army is still terrifying, and he's still looking for more bases. Okay, this is the one base left. We got 27 probes on 2 patches. Let's go. This is hero's economy. Meanwhile, Novas are connecting. Cure likewise is down to 13 SCVs, but he has mules, right? He has orbitals, he has mules. So the worker count means a little bit less for Cure. Does mean less. And Cure's scanning. He's like, do you have any mining? Do you have an economy? What's going on? Oh, the pre-splits. Oh my god, oh, the flanking Nova. herO. You can see herO is microing his heart out with a handful of units. GG gets called. And Cure will take the series 2-1. He will advance on into the next round, knocking down herO to the lower brackets. GG. Whew. GG, well played. As Cure, he does take it, winding it back. Remember, this was a very back and forth and very chaotic game. Initially, we had a Cure going for an early 2-base push with the early 4-tank setup, but he pulled away. He retained his army, got up to 3 bases, and went for a 3-base all-in instead. We saw that herO, though, was successful when it comes to harassing, when it comes to delaying Zealots into bases, Stalkers into mineral lines as well. So we saw that herO was able to stifle Cure at least somewhat, but honestly, that 3-base all-in should have ended the game. It should have ended the game. I'm referring to the moment when Cure pushed towards the 4th base of herO, wedged himself in between the 3rd and 4th, got his 4 tanks up and running, and was focusing down that expansion. But at the time, herO went for a backstab. He went for a DT counterattack, he distracted Cure, and we had that miracle defense from herO where he killed all 4 tanks. If you remember, he killed all 4 tanks and he saved the 4th base. I was like, he should be dead. Like that should not have happened. So Cure was distracted, herO somehow survived, and then we had a bit of a back and forth. Then it was herO's turn to overextend, where herO, he built up, he had map control, and then you have extended pushing into the 3rd base of Cure. That was the moment where Cure landed all of his AMPs, he had all the Vikings, and when herO, he lost his entire army. He lost 3 Colossus, he lost everything, and then we just had a chaotic back and forth. In the end, herO was able to gain map control and mass expand, but he was stuck on a very low tier army, and as you saw, he was unable to punish the 4th base. Like, everything changed when the 4th base got up and running for Cure. When he got his 4th base up, he was able to perfect his army, and herO was just outscaled. GG. GG, well played. Whew. Again, very intense back and forth here. Cure does barely come out on top. Was not an easy one. Even towards the end there, herO, he was doing the most he could to just be as annoying as possible. But GG, well played. With that, we are going to be getting into our next series. It's going to be a best of 3 between Raynor and Gumiho. For now, we're going to be going on a short break. And we'll see you guys soon after the break with Raynor and Gumiho. See you soon with that ZVT.